Hey guys, this is Brad with Fun Projects with Brad. Just wanted to do a video review on the Logitech Circle View. And I thought a really fun way of doing that would be to actually start off the review from the doorbell itself. And you can see the video quality is actually quite good. I'm really impressed with it. And the night video quality is actually excellent. It's actually overcast right now, and I don't have any front porch lights on. You can still see me pretty well. Not too long ago, cell phone cameras would have really struggled with this low light video capability, but even this $200 doorbell is able to keep up. Speaking of the $200, I did purchase this myself. One of the questions I want to answer in the review is, do I think this doorbell is worth $200? And we'll get to that. One thing you can tell right away with this doorbell that's unique is it is very tall and very narrow. So I'm really close to the door right now, and you can see the top of my head and you can see my feet. This is actually closer than I normally stand. I'm about 12 to 18 inches away from the door. Normally I'd step back a little bit when actually after knocking on someone's door, ringing their doorbell, so that the door can swing out and I can actually get inside the house. So for my house, it works out really well because you can see I've got brick on this side and brick on this side. My door's actually inset. So a wider doorbell would not do me more good, but the taller video actually works out really well for me in this case. But for you, it might be a little bit different. You might want something a little bit wider. That might be a negative for this doorbell. The video is very narrow. It's a 3:4 aspect ratio, so it's a little bit different from what you're normally used to seeing. Anyways, I want to go over the aesthetic of the doorbell, how it looks, the video quality, which is talked about a little bit already. I think the microphone quality is excellent. You could hear me all the way back there, and I can pick up stuff from quite far away from the videos I've watched so far. And then we'll go over a few other things and wrap up the video. So thanks for watching. All right, everybody, looking at the front of my house right now where the doorbell is. I wanted to go over the aesthetic of the doorbell itself. I actually like the black. It's a nice matte black. I put it on a wooden block to get it away. I have such a narrow gap here. This is only 1 3/4 of an inch, and this doorbell fits in here. So if you have a very narrow space to put this doorbell, it is perfect for that. I really like the way the doorbell looks. The camera obviously is up here. This is actually a light bar. When it gets late at night, this light bar will turn on and provide additional light. And then there's a status LED, and then the doorbell button itself. Now what's interesting about this doorbell button is you don't actually have to press in the middle here. You can press just about anywhere, and this doorbell will acknowledge that you pressed it. It's about 3/4 of the way down, and I actually really like that because if someone misses or they don't know what they're pushing on, it will work. It's just a solid piece of glass that goes all the way down and actually looks really good. It's one of the better looking doorbells I've seen so far. Compared to the ring that's made out of that gray plastic, I think it looks fantastic. The other thing I like about it is that audio chime you heard earlier. I really like the immediate feedback of hearing it on the outside, that it's acknowledged that you pressed it down. On the ring, that blue circle that kind of goes around, I'm not a big fan of that. It looks like the waiting sign on the front of a MacBook when you're waiting for it to do something. I don't like that. I like the immediate feedback of the chime. So yeah, as far as the aesthetic is concerned, I think this doorbell looks fantastic. Hey guys, this is Brad. I'm shooting from the Logitech camera, Circle View, and the iPhone 6S at the same time, just so you guys can see the difference between the lighting between the Logitech and the 6S and how well this camera actually does in low light. I think it does excellent. I don't have any of my porch lights on right now, so I'm going to change that for you real quick. So that's my front porch light, and then I also have some string lights here that I can turn on. And once these are on, you can actually really see me a lot better. But yeah, it's a test of the video quality of the doorbell. Okay, now it's time to go over the HomeKit section of the video. This has less to do with the doorbell and more to do with just the HomeKit part of the secure video recording for doorbells itself. So this really won't change once more doorbells come out, except when Apple does software updates. Hopefully they'll update some of the stuff that I don't like. The biggest problem I have with HomeKit right now is the stupid sign into Apple Music is in the way, and I want to view the video from the doorbell at a glance. I want this to be up at the top.
and it's way down low at the very bottom, and I cannot move this. You can rearrange these icons within their different sections, but you can't move the sections themselves. Unless you can. If you can, leave comments in the section. I want to learn how to do this. At the top, if we go to front porch, you can actually see the motion sensor will tell you whether it's on or off. And then it actually is a really cool sensor on there. It'll tell you how much light is the doorbell is actually reading. And right now there's 1,000 lux. If you click on that, though, you can't do any automations depending on how much light there is, which is frustrating. I wish I could do an automation that said if the light level goes below this level, turn on the front porch lights. But you can't do that right now within HomeKit. With the motion sensor, though, you can say when motion is detected on the front porch, turn on the front porch lights, and then turn them off after 5 minutes. And then at night, I have it only at night. I've got 2 here that I set up, turn off after 2 minutes. So it does give you those options to turn on the lights when motion is detected, which is awesome. So yeah, if we go to live view, we'll see it's actually snowing outside, which is awesome. It pulls it up pretty quick, brings up the audio as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the HomeKit section. If we go to settings, again, we get these automations that we can turn on for the motion. It lets us set up which notifications we have. We can do the recording options and the face recognition. The face recognition works off of your photos that you have tagged faces in inside Apple's photo app. Now, it can be confusing, but inside the Photos app, you tag the faces, and then it uses those tags to recognize people that are showing up at your front door, which is cool. And I would show it to you, but it's going to show you everyone in my family and all their names. Unfortunately, I don't want to do that on YouTube. But it is cool. It works really well. One thing I don't like about it is the doorbell. You'll get a notification that says a person has shown up at your door, but then you'll get a second notification immediately afterwards. This person might be Brad. And then if they ring the doorbell, a person who might be Brad rang your doorbell. That's 3 notifications all at once. It can be a little frustrating. Hopefully Apple will work on that and make it just 1 notification or 2, one recognizing the person and another one showing that the doorbell was rang. The activity zones, I'll show you that to you really quick. This is a little bit frustrating, and I think again it has to do with this very tall aspect ratio. It doesn't let you pick on the whole screen. Now I had to fix this on the iPad itself because the iPad has a very large screen, but on my iPhone 12 mini I could barely make these squares fit where I wanted them to. And then what was I used 2 squares here, which is nice. You can set up 2 separate activity zones. But what was happening was I had the activity zone just a little hair where the cars were in the driveway, because I thought I wanted activity for when the cars pulled in the driveway. What was happening was my neighbor across the street, her light would come on every once in a while, and it would trigger the motion detection, and then it would think that there was a new car in the driveway at night, and then I would get notifications for that, and all my lights would turn on at night. It was happening probably once every 30 minutes. So I rearranged those. But again, because I don't think Apple was ready for this very tall window here, it doesn't show this in full screen, and it's kind of difficult to choose. But I was able to do it much easier on the iPad than I was on my cell phone. So one of the other things that I'm not really impressed with this doorbell is not actually the Logitech part itself. It is the HomeKit part of it. And as you can see at the bottom here, I got a bunch of spinning boxes where pre-recorded stuff is not showing up. And I'm wanting to view this video from earlier today. I was going to show you something really cool where it says someone who might look like the doorman showed up. The mailman, I'm sorry. Someone who might look like the mailman showed up at the front door. Which is cool because when the mailman showed up, I actually tagged his face and said, this is the mailman, and now every time he shows up, we get a notification saying the mailman's come. Well, that notification's cool because now I know when my mail gets here, which is awesome. And I was going to show you that feature, but I actually can't because
The iCloud part of this is really slow. And I don't think that's on Logitech. I think that's a HomeKit issue, and hopefully Apple is working on this. But I can't watch any previously recorded videos. And I'll tap on live for you guys, and you'll see it pulls up really fast. I mean, that was maybe 1 second max. And that's been my experience so far with the live view has been fantastic. And I don't think it's on Logitech that this iCloud video is not working.
All right, I started at the beginning of this video asking, do I think this was worth my hard-earned $200? And I think the answer to that is yes, with caveats. I think it was definitely worth it for me. I like the HomeKit integration. I think it works really well. I like it when something pops up on my TV screen telling me someone's at the door. I like the notifications on my phone. I like the single interface from the HomeKit. Do I think it's perfect for everyone else? It depends. If you already have HomeKit set up in your house, you already have an Apple TV, I think it'll work great. If you're okay with the narrow view of the video, I think it'll work great. I think the camera quality is excellent compared to the other doorbells that I've seen. I think it's really good, especially the night view mode. I think it's really, really good. So far, I'm very happy with it. And then the caveat is, my mom wants to replace her Ring doorbell. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like some of the aspects of it and how slow it is to give her notifications on her phone. And they have an Apple TV at their house, so she wanted a new doorbell. But this one, the view's not wide enough to see her garage and her driveway, and she wants that. So we're gonna wait and see what other doorbells come out. And I'm excited because I feel like this is kind of like a break in the ice. There's gonna be more doorbells out that integrate with HomeKit. I'm positive of that. And when it happens, it's good for you because I'll do another installation video of that doorbell, and we'll do another review and see how that one stacks up to this one. Hopefully it's cheaper. We'll see what manufacturers come up with. That's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.